Hi, everybody, and welcome to the TV Knitting Podcast. This is an episode somewhere in the 90s. I can't remember off the top of my head which one, but you'll see it in the title. Yes, welcome. It is November 29th, Sunday, and I thought I'd take advantage of some nice light I'm getting in my studio and record a quick show. I'm going to try to make it quick, so let's get started. Before I do, I want to introduce myself. My name is Sharon, and in most places on the internet you can find me under the username of Stitch Mistress. I am that on Ravelry, on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm TV Knitting Stitch Mistress, so yeah, I'm pretty easy to find. So we're going to talk a little bit about knitting today, some spinning, and other crafts that are taking over my life. So anyway, let's start with finished objects. I am wearing one, and I absolutely love this finished object. This is a shawl by Joji Locatelli. It is the Imagine When shawl. It's gorgeous. I can't say I loved knitting it because of these short rows. Oh my goodness. And you had to pay attention. This was not something that you could just mindlessly knit. No, you really had to pay attention to this one. And I'm not so good at doing that. And I had to keep track of rows, and I think I ripped out the beginning, I want to say at least 20 times. I ripped out a lot with this thing, but it was worth it because it's beautiful. It's a great pattern. It's not the pattern's fault. It's me. I don't do well with written directions at all. I do much better with charts, and I find there's a lot less ripping that way because I can keep track of my rows. And it was very hard to read these rows. That's the other thing. Like if I can read a row, it's not a problem. I had a hard time reading this one. But anyway, the yarn is Wollmeise in the salamander colorway, and it's the pure fingering weight. It's a little over 500 yards, and I had about 20 grams left. So I used most of it on the shawl, and I absolutely love it. I love the finished object very much, and it's been getting a lot of wear because it goes with a lot of my wardrobe. It goes, I wear a lot of greens and blacks and golds, and it really goes. So I'm really very happy with it. Yeah, so that's finished. One other very small finished object is a barn raising square, and it is living in my, I think it's a Stitched by Jessalou bag. Her tag isn't here, but anyway, it's these pretty old-fashioned things you'd find in your house years ago. Anyway, so I finished a barn raising square. My very first one. And this is Knitty in Color, and it's a Halloween colorway. And I don't know the name because she didn't give me the name in the package. It needs to be blocked. It's just about on gauge, and I had to knit it on a size 1. These are called for to be knit on size 2. However, I started one on size 2, and it was really loose. So I went down to a 1, and it's on gauge. I'm a loose knitter. So I actually purchased something to use while I was knitting these, a luxury purchase. and I'm so afraid I'm going to lose them. So I have them in this needle keeper by Slip Stitch Studios. It has poodles on it. So cute. I bought myself a set of signatures, double points in size 1. I cannot use signature double points to knit socks because I knit my socks on zeros, and signature does not make any needles in size 0. So, boo-hoo, can't knit socks on these. Kind of sad. But I'm really enjoying knitting the barn raising squares on these. I don't know, for some reason this is a good project for double points. I usually magic loop, but I thought I'd go back to double points for this, and I really liked it. And these are nice. The colored part is very grippy, and if you run your nail over it, you can hear like a, I don't know if you can hear that. I got a new microphone, by the way, so it might pick up that sound. I don't know. The sound quality should be a lot better after today. So anyway, they're very grippy on the colored part, and then the ends are very, very pointy, which is great, which I love. So back in my needle keeper they go, because I'm terrified again of losing them. And they're going to go back in my bag. And now I just have to decide what my next barn raising square is going to be knit from. I ordered another order of mini skeins from Knitting Color, and they're Christmas colors. So that's probably going to be my next one. And then after that, I have a lot of mini skeins, and I can't really decide how I'm going to pick knitting them, because I don't know. I just look at them all and go, what do I want to knit next? I have no idea. So I came up with this idea. I put them all in this really cool bag that I bought from Joanna Spring Knit Spin Farm over the summer. It's got beer on it. So I put a lot of my mini skeins in here, and every time I'm ready to knit a new one, I'm going to reach my hand in and pull one out. And that's going to be my skein, whether I like it or not. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to decide. Why not? It's a good way to do it, right? So, they're in there. And I love this bag. It's got such sturdy drawstrings. Love it, because they're made of fabric, which is work. So, kudos to Joanna for doing that. It's awesome. So I love my bag of mini skeins, and I'm excited about it. Okay, so that's my only finished objects, but it's only been 3 weeks since I talked to you, so that's not too bad, right? 3.5 weeks? Okay, so works in progress. I'm going to show you something that you will rarely see on my podcast. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. And I have been doing baby knitting. Not for anybody in my family. No one in my family is pregnant, thankfully. But a dear friend of mine, her daughter is having a baby. And I decided to just knit a little something for her, along with a gift, another gift. And I'm making a baby bunting. And I don't really have the details on this. It's out of a book. Sorry. Maybe I'll put it in my Ravelry. I haven't been really writing show notes lately, but I'll put it in my Ravelry group, so you can see my show notes there. So anyway, it's going to be a bunting. This is the back. It's knit on very chunky yarn, Encore Mega, which is a acrylic wool blend, washable, and it's really cute. I'm going to put a hood on it, It doesn't call for a hood, but I'll figure something out. And it'll be nice and warm. Baby's due in February, so it should fit a newborn. I mean, they're supposed to be big. Buntings are, you don't want them too small because you want to stuff that baby in there. So, yeah, I'm working on that. I don't love knitting baby things. So that's why I don't do it very often. So I'm kind of just doing a little bit every day. And I have the front started. Started it last night. It goes fast. I mean, this is almost a whole skein. 2 little feet. So, yeah. So that's that. It's got to be done by Saturday, because that's when the shower is. All right. So that's another work in progress. And let me show you my socks. I think I had just started these the last time I recorded, and I haven't really done that much. I mean, the whole foot is done. These are from a sock blank by Gal's Art, and it's a double knit blank. See the 2 strands coming off? So you can knit 2 socks at a time. Now, I'm at the heel, which is kind of a pain in the patoot because I can only do 1 heel at a time unless I want to take them off. So as I unravel, I have to wrap the other strand around the foot of the sock. See how I did that? It's a pain. But they're beautiful, and I love knitting them. And I like knitting the 2 at a time. It's really fun. So, yeah, so, I don't know. It's probably going to take me another month to finish that. And I have a Christmas blank that I just got in the mail. I should have brought it up here to show you, but I didn't. Maybe I'll stop the camera and go get it. I got a Christmas one in the mail, but I think I'm going to save it for next year because I'm not going to have time to knit it. All right, so that's that. And then the one thing that's been consuming me as far as works in progress is this shawl. This shawl is made, the yarn is Miss Babs Yowza, my very first Yowza. And it's beautiful. I love it. The colorway is Blue Ridge. Unfortunately, I don't think this pattern and this yarn really go together. But I've gotten too far on it to rip back, and I'm hoping that blocking will help. The pattern is a Jared Flood pattern, and it is called Juneberry, and it's a lace shawl that has lace on both sides. That's it. And it has an applied edging, which I'm not a huge fan of, quite frankly. Here's the edging where this hand is. It's I don't know. I think I'd rather just put the edge on at the end. I don't know. It's just a lot of knitting back and forth, which is a pain in the butt. Yeah, this edging, honestly, I think this was one of Jared Flood's earlier patterns because the instructions on some of it, not so good. And I'm actually pretty good at knitting patterns. But the instructions for this weird stitch here, it has a double yarn over, and the instructions say knit from under the last row and knit into the yarn arm. I'm like, what? It was weird. So I was picking up a stitch under wherever I could find underneath and then knitting it. It was a mess. So I looked on Ravelry. I ripped this up probably 10 times too, this edging. I looked on Ravelry, and that's not what you're supposed to do at all. You're just supposed to knit the double yarn over like a regular stitch and then drop the second yarn over. I don't know why he didn't say that. So it looks fine now, but that wasted some of my time. But I don't know. It's a little variegated in value. Blue, there's a light blue and a dark blue in here. So I'm not so sure this pattern's going to show up so great. We'll see. It won't matter really. I mean, you wear it around your neck and it's going to look nice no matter what. It's going to be warm because it's worsted weight. So, and that is pretty much all I've been working on. I have, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I actually have a sweater that I cast on. Amy Herzog custom fit sweater. And I absolutely love knitting this, but that blue shawl has been consuming me. But this is the start of it. Isn't that pretty? The color is stunning. That's true to color. The color is it's Malabrigo sock, and the color is Botticelli red, and I adore it. And it's just the softest fabric. Oh, I can't wait to finish this sweater because I love it. And I just love knitting it, but like I said, I haven't had a lot of time to do it because of that shawl. The shawl should be finished soon, so I should be able to concentrate on this because I'm doing this as part of the Make Two Along for Tiny Paper Foxes podcast. So what I'm doing for the Make Two Along is a skirt to go with that sweater, and this is the fabric. Make sure I have it the right way. It's cotton and steel. It's beautiful. I love the hand of this fabric. Very different from stuff you can find at Joann's. And it's gorgeous. It's black with some pretty nature motifs on it, flowers and ferns and such things. I think it's going to match the sweater fantastic. So, yep, here's the red. Oh, isn't it going to look nice with that fabric? It's going to look awesome. So, that's, yeah. We have till the end of January to finish. It doesn't matter if I finish on time. It'd be nice, but if I don't, it's perfectly fine. I will eventually have a beautiful outfit that I handmade, which is fabulous. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So let me talk a little bit about sewing. I have been doing a little bit of sewing. I believe I showed you my skirt. Oh, by the way, I'm making a skirt from this, and it's the same exact skirt. I'm pointing to it over there. It's the same exact skirt that I just finished, the green one. It's an A-line skirt, and I love that pattern, and I want to make another one in an all-season kind of fabric. I've been doing a little sewing. Not this skirt, but I decided, silly me, to make a holiday dress. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to finish it. Maybe I'll finish it by next Christmas. This is the pattern. That's the dress, the long sleeve one. And I ordered red fabric. to make the dress. It's very simple. It's a very simple, just a sweetheart neckline, just a very, shaped waistline, and a kind of a straight skirt. Nothing fancy. I can't wear those skirts that come out, like with pleats. It does not flatter me. I'm too short. And I think I'm a little bit too old, maybe, for those little cutesy. I tried one on the other day at the Gap, and it did not look good on me. So I look better with just a straight skirt or an A-line. So that's what I really want to sew. I just want to sew simple things, nothing fancy, because that's the kind of person I am. I wear kind of classic or sporty type clothing, nothing out there really, except for shawls or whatever. So anyway, yeah, so yesterday I actually got all of my pieces cut out. I'm struggling with the sizing because this dress has a lot of ease for my size, and I think it's going to be too big. So I went down a size. So I'm making a size small, which will fit me everywhere fine except in the waist and maybe a little bit in the skirt, the hip. So I added about an inch to it, and we'll see. But I'm making a muslin first because, yeah, I'm not going to tackle that dress until I start, until I do it for practice. And it's a good thing I did because I started sewing it today. I started sewing this neckline today, and I totally messed it up twice. So I cut it out a third time. It's 2 pieces, it's not terrible. So you have to put a facing on it. And when I made the skirt, the tutorial taught me how to do a facing. So I went back to that and looked, and I still messed it up twice. So yeah, when I'm done recording, I'm going to tackle that one more time. Third time's a charm. So I expect that that's going to happen quite a bit with this garment, that I'm going to have to just keep, working on my muslin until I get some of these techniques down. I know how to put a zipper in. That was on that tutorial with the skirt. It's a craftsy class. I think it's called Basic Garment Construction by Brett Barra. Fabulous class. Taught me a lot. And so I think everything I learned, I can do this dress. It's just, I'm slow. So I'd love to get my muslin done by next weekend. If I sew a little bit each night, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think so. There's like 11 pieces. 11? Because it's this. There's 3 pieces for the front and 3 pieces for the back, right? Wait. Yeah. No. 1 piece, 2 pieces for the back, 3 pieces for the front. Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot of pieces. And I've never done set-in sleeves on a sewn garment before. So that ought to be interesting. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Oh, there's one more thing, which is kind of a semi-fail. I've been trying my hand, I teased it a little bit last week, at cross stitch, because I just see so many things that people do. I've been, on podcasts and whatnot, and I really wanted to try it. So I purchased the class on Craftsy, which is a really good class. It's the only one they have. Cross stitch isn't hard. had no idea how to do it or where to begin. So I bought a pattern from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It's a Thanksgiving pattern. And this is all I managed to get done. Not much. A little corn. The corn up here. Little heart. The pattern says give thanks. I love doing it. I love doing it. I just don't have time to really devote to it. I think it might be a good summer craft. Outside when it's hot, I'll just stitch. But once I finish some of these projects, like the baby thing, I'll spend a little time on it because I really enjoy doing it. This is on Aida. I tried it on linen. Didn't happen for me yet. I think eventually I'll get it, but it's, when you're my age, it's kind of hard to see things, especially at night, which is the only time I have to do this. And I have a bright light, and that helps, but it's not like it, used to be when you were younger. Although I'm nearsighted, so if I take my glasses off, I see pretty well up close. If I can't see a thing with them off distance, but I see very well up close. Is it worth it getting a magnifier? No, not really. Maybe if I really got into it, I'd get something like that, but anyway. All right, so I'm going to show you the sock blanks next week. I don't feel like running all the way downstairs to get them, so I'm hoping to record next week or the week after. I'm going to try to keep these short and do them more often. I'll try. And that's it. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I had a fabulous Thanksgiving, did a lot of cooking, baked a lot of pies. It was awesome. And now I'm getting ready for the Christmas season, which I absolutely love. I just want to be home and decorate all day. So I hope you guys are enjoying the beginning of the holiday season, whatever holiday, winter holiday you celebrate. And I hope to see you soon. Cheers.